Okay, the environmental questions is of course a topic in every industry, so also in the labeling industry. And one of the companies who is taking the environmental questions very seriously is UPM Raflatac, and we are at their stand at Label Expo 2013 in Brussels. And UPM has launched RafCycle as a waste management concept, and I'm standing here with Erkki Nyberg, who is Director for Business Development at UPM Raflatac. Erkki, can you tell me a little bit about the background to this RafCycle?
Since about 10 years ago, we started thinking about our value chain. There's a lot of high value material used and byproducts that currently, or by that time, didn't go to a material reuse. So the solutions were either landfill or incineration. And that sparked us to develop new solutions, what to do with this material. And we came up first with UPM Profi, a composite material that is up to 60% made out of label stock waste. And also using the UPM ecosystem, we teamed up with UPM label papers to develop desiliconizing of the release paper. And as UPM is a sizable energy company as well, we have developed waste to energy for the label stock waste materials.
Okay, thank you. But what are the main contributors to the environmental impact of self-adhesive label stock?
When we talk about the self-adhesive laminate, there's two things that stick out in the environmental footprint evaluation. One is the choice of material, the face and liner. So what material, what thickness, what weight. The other thing is the end-of-life treatment for these materials.
And how can you tackle this?
Of course, the first part is obvious. You can choose thinner and lighter materials, and of course the material, for example, between different kind of plastics. But for the end-of-life treatment, we have developed solutions that weren't there before. As said, previously it was only landfill. Now we have composite materials, we have fibers recovered and made back into paper, as well as sustainable biomass-based energy.
Okay, and here we are going to talk a little bit about RafCycle. Can you tell me a little bit what is RafCycle?
RafCycle is the name of UPM Raflatac's concept for label stock waste management. We take care of waste coming from the whole value chain, being coating and slitting waste from our own operations, printer startup and matrix waste, as well as the release films and release papers from the brand owners and packers who dispense labels. And we convert these materials either into UPM Profi composite products, into paper and into energy.
So could you name some of the solutions, please?
Yes, certainly. As said, RafCycle consists of various initiatives what to do with the byproducts from the value chain. First of all, the material, what we are, for example, standing on. UPM Profi composite material is made out of 50 to 60% of label stock waste and can be used in outdoor building like terrace decking or facades. Another solution is to recover the release paper back into fibers, make it into pulp and paper again. And there we can close the loop from UPM papers to UPM papers. And for the filmic polypropylene liner, we can utilize that as well in making UPM Profi composite products. And as polypropylene is a valuable material, we can even pay for that. And for the printer matrix and startup waste, we can offer the solution of waste to energy at the highly efficient combined heat and power plants at the UPM paper mills.
But how is all this made possible?
We utilize, I like to say, the UPM ecosystem. As UPM, our parent company, is big in paper recycling, in composite products and in energy. And of course, to do that all, we need logistics, and UPM as such, we collect and recycle 3.5 million tons of paper annually. So we can utilize the same ecosystem to recycle and recover these label stock waste materials.
So you are sort of in the front line when it comes to recycling labeling materials. But how do you look at the future for this?
When you look at the big brands and the consumers, they are demanding more and more visibility, more and more sustainability in how things are produced. And that implies for the whole value chain. So not only the product, but for example the label, the packaging, whatever comes to that, it has to be from sustainable sources and also managed sustainably, and also byproduct recycled sustainably. And on the other hand, the legislation will also drive us to this direction. So I would bet that in the future we will see more and more of recycling of the label stock materials.
Okay, Erkki, thank you very much. Very interesting.
Thank you.